Hello everybody, welcome back to Novel House. Today we're going to be playing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So last time, we went out around and explored the chief's office, we got kicked out. And now we are currently trying to convince Gumshoe to let us use his ID card.
Yeah.
So we can get in there. And yeah, that's basically where we're at. So we're just going to jump right into it.
Time to go get some blackmail. Or bribery, rather.
Alright. Oh, Edgeworth.
How's my favorite baby doing? February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something. How did you not fucking see him?
What are you doing here?
What the? Sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Do you have a garbage can? Use that.
My
Jesus.
Steel Samurai fanfiction.
Tough day in court, huh?
Well, I've had to live these past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, walk it off.
That amounts to nothing.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Alright, asshole. I'm investigating, I'll have you know.
There is no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict.
You sure did.
That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as a prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Damn.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
Do I look like I'm... First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
Aw, you're gay.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Alright, dickhead.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Oh, yeah, I can. Watch me. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
List of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of an investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day?
No.
The day Detective Goodman was murdered?
No!
That you killed?
Oh my god.
You were participating in the ceremony over the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Put that away. Those receiving wards cannot exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office that morning and then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was the piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Okay.
What's that, Edgeworth?
I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there and he's literally listening to our conversation.
I'm fucking watching you.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Alright, Edgeworth, I'm distracting you. Hey, Edgeworth!
Shut the fuck up.
Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground!
That's fucking hilarious.
Holy shit, he's actually dead.
Nice.
No, like, he's literally dead.
Awesome. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
Alright, mission aborted. He just, like, grabs Edgeworth, just slams him.
Oh, God!
He didn't even look.
What? Letter of...
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Resignation? Cue the DL6 music. Edgeworth, you don't mean.
I'm tired, Wright.
Okay, I'm tired too, but I still fucking walk around every day.
Get some fucking coffee, man.
I feel as if... fuck. Something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should have to forgive me either.
You know what? Yeah, I retract my, forgiveness
Wait, no, you
about
can't
you
do
trying
that.
to convict me.
You can't do that.
Oh, I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright,
He won't.
please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything.
He just puts it in his mouth. It's like, what are you gonna do now, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I can see my own reflection.
Oh yeah, I just want to see if anything was different, but I'm pretty sure it's all the same. Why did I picture Detective Goshu?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't, he'll sue you.
I will. I've done it before.
Take a look at this.
This is ugly.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Why is it blank? Oh.
I don't know.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself.
Probably better than you.
What? Looks like this was taken when he was receiving the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a lot cooler than yours. No, it's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
Nothing. That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
Story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale.
Not interested.
Okay. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows
Wow.
that. Why don't you tell it, though?
You're a fucking liar.
For Emma's sake.
You are stupid. Very well.
Did you draw this?
Yes,
Why
I'm
is
an
the
artiste.
cross-examination team playing?
Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was a man. There was a man.
There was a man, that was
There was
it.
a guy standing there. There was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed he could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Sounds like a load of shit.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other.
Do you feel better? Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of this, fucking thing.
These items discredit them both.
When the king pointed out, the merchant was left... Oh my fucking god, what the shit? When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
I think this is the only time we hear the pursuit theme outside of court.
No, what about the Larry one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the lake.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? Do you just suck?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Dude, he looks like he'll break my neck if I ask him anything about it.
He might.
Chief Gant.
Now get out
See
of
ya.
my office.
Bye, ugly. Oh no.
February 24th in the
Marshall's not
basement.
here, so there's only one person it could be.
Hi, bitch. Excuse me.
No. Why are you still lurking
Hello?
around here?
Hi. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Actually, you know what? I will take that. Miss Starr, I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
I do actually wonder about that.
Jesus Christ.
He just was like, yes,
Oh,
nice
that
nipple.
looks nice.
And he just starts sucking it.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to a mere coincidence.
What did you just say to me? Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness.
You know, the one you lied about like 15 times? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Okay, this has nothing to do with that. The star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Cue the depressing music.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget.
Well, maybe you should.
I was ordering pizza while everyone else was doing the work. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever fucking living at all. Ever. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all more desperate.
Her?
Lana Skye.
My sister?
Shut up. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo.
Wow.
Lana and Chief Gant?
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark? Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items in our team never found would suddenly appear, while others were kept a secret.
But you don't have proof or anything at all.
What? I'm proof enough of what happened.
I don't get it.
After that case, all of us saved... Oh my god, what is going on? All of us saved Goodman. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. After that case, all of us saved Goodman.
We're relieved of our
I
duties.
guess it just sounds weird. All of us saved Goodman were relieved of our duties.
She's basically saying all of us except
Yeah,
Goodman.
except for... But I would have put, like, I don't know, sans Goodman? I don't know. Most without even as so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used?
Damon Gant and Lana Skye... Oh. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
No, they failed them all.
They were horrible together. Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produce the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared to confront him though.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like he'd break you in half.
Honestly.
I think she's talking about forged evidence. Somebody goes up, hey, remember the time? Did you forge evidence? And then he's like,
He's
shut
like,
the hell up.
No!
Back then, everybody looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall?
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
I don't know.
She has a case of bitch syndrome. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief?
Come on. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean, that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
That's wiggity whack.
I don't know, but the one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, we're finally getting close to the bottom of this case. Ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
The fuck did you just say to me?
Yeet.
Yeehaw.
We're back.
Welcome back to the police station.
Oh, you're back. You're still here? Yeah, I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Bring with coffee, copying files. Also gotta copy that fan fiction that dude's making. Turned into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
Yeah, I make some sick beats.
Awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Not as cool. Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. Get the fuck out.
Huh?
Not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line, and my balls on the platter. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
Nope, literally impossible. Nothing you say will ever convince me otherwise.
What about this, though?
Alright, go in. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Eh, what the fuck? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he even ever not serious? No, I guess not. I can't believe they pushed him this far. I'm gonna kill him.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
Yeah, when I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice and a total dickhead. Still is, but I know different now. He trusts us detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we
Fucked him.
fucked him in the ass. We betrayed him.
Detective?
That's it. I made up my mind.
Huh? But
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out.
they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake, let me be a hero, please.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, detective, thank you.
Team Edgeworth. Break.
Yeet. Anything to say? Nope.
Go, go, go!
I guess we're going.
Go, go, go!
We're gonna die.
Operation to save Miles. February 24th, you're about to get fucked in the ass in the police chief's office.
Oh no.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Beep. Wow.
We're in. If anyone finds us now, we're toast.
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Yeah. What the hell? Oh, where's my head? My head just came off.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
He was like, I was just fucking sitting there having a conversation with you.
Detective Gumshoe, you fucking idiot. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Yeah,
I got lonely.
I want to sound cool. What the fuck? Hey, don't do that to my card. Asshole. I can't even use it. We're stuck in here forever. Hardly ever get the chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. Heh, we're gonna die together.
You really don't want, or you really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Me too, Phoenix.
Me too.
That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana? Lana, on that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at the New Year's party.
I'm leaving this here so that if you get murdered, you don't.
Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So ever since Lana left, no one even touches that desk.
No one except Chief Gant and the cleaner lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Whoop. Can I ask you something?
No.
Sure. Fuck you, Emma. You only came around here to look around, right? Because of one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? Yeah, you don't think. Nah, you wouldn't be... No. Nah, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's all okay. Don't ask me. Okay, now then let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh, what is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. Don't just let it go at that, you fucking weirdo. Sorry, this guy's really starting to piss me off. Okay, so what's bothering you? Damn, my balls hurt. You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
I think he's sussy as fuck.
Why did the lights go out?
Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. And the lights went out, he's like, hello.
Oh god.
What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignore me again. Oh, this is why I fucking hate you guys. You guys always ignore me. Sure, just go investigate. Whatever. Not like I care.
I think he cares.
This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
Wait, you don't have any taxes to pay, you weirdo.
That's so fucking
Shh,
funny.
be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be behind his armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out, you guys don't know how scary that guy can be. He like ripped my nuts off one time.
Jesus.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. But the paper he was reading in his desk. He teleported from the organ to the desk. I don't know how he did that. I wonder what he was reading.
A copy of that fanfiction downstairs.
Hey, this looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. I'm making a reference to the other list.
Hey, look at the case name.
The SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what... No, about the evidence list. Normally they run twice as long. Yeah, that's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. What the shit?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Wow, I could have sworn I saw Mr. Edgeworth just now. What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. This is crazy.
This mark looks like some kind of flower.
The word is, this does not have the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too? The design's supposed to portray the severity of punishment system.
Now that you mean... Oh wait, now that you mention it, it does look kind of pointy and painful.
Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. It's because he's lame. Because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit.
So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
I guess everyone just kinda lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. I'm gonna go play Megalovania on it and be
Oh
right back.
god.
Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. Damn, that's loud.
Yeah.
It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
Wow.
When the detective screwed up, the chief calls him to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
Now he plays like ear rape.
Oh.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Look at that giant window. What would happen if I jumped out of it?
You would probably die.
Makes you want to crash through to jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, that's the point. I know, I was just saying. Saying what?
Jesus.
Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Oh my god.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window. When he gets fired.
Don't see that.
No, I probably will. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out whenever she transferred to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
Wow,
Cry.
this was Lana's desk. Sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gam must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Pretty ugly, am I right?
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
After receiving this award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here and went along with Chief Gann to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just oh my god, just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Alright, before I go and examine the safe, which is what I'm pretty sure we're supposed to do.
Luminol. Yipes!
Yeah, you don't have to do this, but I just want to get...
Whoa! This area must have been covered in blood.
Is this from that incident?
It must be when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull.
So a murder really did take place here. That's way too whack. Alright.
You just see someone in like organ keys where Damon Gantz like bash someone's head on there.
This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like it needs a code to be entered before you can open it.
You think? A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday. It's,
I want to
actu-
know when Gumshoe's birthday
I actually
is.
don't remember when my birthday is. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Here goes something.
Yippee-ki-yay.
The worst code.
Really? We're in.
Wow. Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? 7 sevens. The final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You mean me? 77777? That ID number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This will only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
No. I'm scared of what'll happen if we do. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Give it to
Are
me.
you supposed to be a police chief or police detective?
Look, it's,
A $5,000 bill? Oh my. Aw. A shot from a broken cup. Man, fuck this thing. It somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
There's something else in here, too.
Huh. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. I'm gonna wipe it on my ass.
No.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, yeah, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all there was in that safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid they can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. You're already screwed.
Yeah, honestly.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Bet. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? Yeah, I remember when the three of us put that bank together. Those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Happened literally yesterday.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that day?
That's right, one of the jars has an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know what, that fragment we just found? You mean this one, that was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Yeah, what other fragment am I talking about? Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. No. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
Why do you just have glue?
Just in case.
If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. No. Wow, it fits.
Wow!
It fits like a glove. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But
Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? There, this piece is just attached. It's different from the others. It has red marker on it.
Oh shit.
there's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would the Chief Gant hide this in his safe? What the fuck?
What the friggity frack?
Detective Gumshoe? I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. You snorted. So you want to take some fingerprints.
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
Not you!
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
What? Come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about the clock we found in the safe. I wasn't fucking joking. No, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, what's your sense of humor? Dumbass. Oh, you have a lot of nerve calling me a dumbass.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
I know how to do this. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with.
Yeehaw.
Down the dust. Put some powdered sugar on this. And then you gotta lick it clean.
Aw yeah. Crack cocaine.
That looks like a shitty fingerprint. I gave him my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Ugh, fine.
Freaking fine.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yes!
Riveting gameplay. What
Wow,
the
that
fuck?
one sucks.
I gave him my best shot.
That kind of result sucks ass, Mr. Wright. Cut your finger off.
Fucking fine. Watch me get all of the wrong ones.
Those three were like the most prominent ones.
Okay, that's better.
Nice. That's a sexy looking fingerprint if I ever seen one.
I'm gonna add it to my scrapbook.
Gasp. That's me.
Emma's like, hey, is that me? Wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
What the fuck? It's like it's Mike Meekins. Wow, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match?
Nope.
Whose fingerprints were they?
It seems the prints are too old. And they aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's fingerprints.
Hey, you, over here.
What are you doing?
Psst, psst, psst.
I want to talk too.
Dude, what's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Why would Emma's prints be on that?
What?
Don't ask me and shut the fuck up. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Sharing
Why
is caring.
are we keeping it from Emma? Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Hold on to the thing with Prince, of Emma Sky.
I would like to know what we are talking about.
Well, was I any help? Of course.
Not.
Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. No! Isn't that right, you in the coat? Punches him. Chief Gann, oh fuck. I'm leaving. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of... Oh my god. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir?
He's like, get offensive, pal.
Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off her ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. Fucking dickhead.
What?
What did you... Come back here. We'll be on our way too then. See ya. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
Don't give a shit. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Mr. Wright?
Fucking bye. I'm not dying today. Look, pal, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits, you fucking dumbass. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Dude, yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have fucking said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listen to me. I'm trying to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. I'm probably gonna die in the process.
Yeah, he's gonna come in and get murdered.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
And then Emma
So I gotta
died.
pay a visit to this fuckhead
February
instead.
24th, detention center, visit his room.
Ew.
Oh, ew. I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
You got me. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. You're a bitch. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous.
Everybody's always jealous of me.
It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you are convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Well, he's a dick, so now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first.
That's a big word for you.
You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask is the person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly frightened of. What's this person's name?
Right here. Well, Miss Sky? What?
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would you try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have tampered with the evidence was...
Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking the blame for him? Idiot.
Touché, Mr. Wright.
Touchy, Mr. Wright.
Touchy. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details. I can say what I was given in order that day. Or given an order.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Why are you singing?
Because I can. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes. You are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car.
And you failed.
The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No.
Okay.
When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. The serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and then put it back in, and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then, she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr, huh?
Yo-oh.
Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it? In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe?
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what had happened, and I asked her to hide the knife that... The knife? The what? To ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident. About Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
Hello. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room.
And then the hexagon fuckhead came in.
Yes. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
Sure.
Why?
Let's go with that. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, get the fuck out. Don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. Gotta get to the bottom of everything. Gotta become a demon myself. Detective Goodman's real murderer.
It's gonna be me.
And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago? And Edgeworth's resignation? And Gumshoe being fired and then probably killed?
Yeah.
Alright, to be
Crazy.
continued.
Woo!
So, next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be jumping in to the first half of the final trial.
Yeehaw.
So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.
Peace out.